Welcome, Seers and Seekers. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for stopping by and checking out this channel. My name is Lucy B, and I'm really excited to do this reading for you. This is titled Your Next Chapter Revealed, based on your current age group. Why am I doing this? I'm doing this because I want to personalize it a little bit more for you. During the reading, I'm going to try and find out what is your next chapter in your life, both spiritually and physically. Where is your life path going to be going? See if we can get some information for career and finances for you. What advice do the archangels have to offer you? We have today here the presence of Archangel Raphael for healing, Archangel Gabriel for communication, Archangel Michael for protection in your life. Throughout the reading, we're also going to try and find out what you may need to surrender to in your next chapter of life to help you move easily through this next chapter. These are your choices. As you can see, there is an age group here of 40, there's an age group here of 50, and there is an age group here of 60. This is titled Your Next Chapter Revealed based on your current age group. So, if you are in your 40s, you would go with this pile of cards right here with this beautiful doorway. There's a message behind the doorway as well for you. If you are in the 50 age group, this is your beautiful doorway. And if this is your age group, this is your beautiful doorway. And so we're going to move on now to your reading. I will see you there. Hello, pile 1. This is the group that you chose. And this is your doorway card. It's a beautiful card. The first thing that I'm seeing when I see this card is the green, forest green to be specific. Archangel Raphael is present today and assisting me through this reading, and he is very attached to the color green. This may be one of your favorite colors. This may be a reason why you may have the inclination towards Archangel Raphael. Pray to Archangel Raphael. Ask of Archangel Raphael anything that you need when it comes to healing, both physically and mentally for you. Let's take a look at what your note is. And it says, a note on love. Seek different seasons and enter into the unknown. When love is the focus, foundation, and goal, blessed is the body, mind, and soul. So what I'm getting here is, in your next chapter of life, are you being asked to open yourself up a little bit more to receiving love? Let's put it over here. Alrighty. Let's check out the oracle cards first. Start with this one. Thank you so very much for being here. Your presence is so appreciated by me. If you like this content, this idea, please, please, please subscribe. And make sure that you hit that little bell button so that when I do upload, you will be notified. Please comment if you like as well. If you like this or it resonated with you. This one is poking out. This is the card of changing. We have at this time the situation in such a state of flux. Anything could happen. Okay. Lots of things happening in your life right now. Pile 1, group 1, beautiful beings that you are. Lots of changes. Things up in a big stormy mess right now. Let's keep going and see what other information pops out. All right, let's see what this one offers. What advice, what information do you have for this pile, angels? Okay, thank you, angels. We have, my goodness, 4 cards. I have to take them. I normally don't take this much, but I have to. We have creativity as an area for you in your next chapter in life. Expanding on your creativity, you're going to be going back to school for something of some sort. Financial stability, very nice, and decision making. Put this over here. All right. Let me keep going with the oracle cards before going on into the tarot cards. So far, very beautiful messages for you. Group number 1. I'm enjoying this reading so far. I hope you are too. Very much wanted to come out. Home is going to be of great importance for you as well. Coming up in your next chapter in life. Maybe buying a home, purchasing a home, getting another home, making that as your primary focus in life. Let's take a look at this deck right here, this oracle deck, which will look at the finances and career as well. Let's see which one will come up, career or finances. Career or finances. Career or finances for the next chapter in their lives, angels. Thank you, angels. We have 2 as well. We have heart, emotional spending, joint finances, being supported. Career, counselor, guide, having a job you love. Very nice. And then we have Buddha with a life purpose. I'm getting a lot of you going back to some kind of schooling for spiritual work, or assisting and aiding other people in your life, providing support to somebody else in their lives, providing support in their lives, counseling of some sort. Let's keep going. I have one more deck here to get the information. This will give me some keywords as well. Keywords, please, for this group. What are the keywords, please? Okay. You may be an Aries. Keep the faith and have a better, stronger foundation of appreciation in your life. Okay, let's get to the reading now. Okay. Right now, I feel, from what I am getting here, I'm feeling that you are okay with your life. I mean, it could be totally so much better in your mind. You're okay with it, but you want to do more with your life. And you feel as if things are a little bit chaotic, as what this card is showing here at this time, at this present time. You want more stability in your life. You want your life to be a little bit more slow-paced. You want your life to be more slow-paced. You want your life to almost be a little bit more dull in the sense, not so chaotic, not so many things happening and being thrown at you at the same time. And you're feeling as if there has to be more to life than what you are experiencing right now. You are a very creative person in whatever aspects that this can be. Creativity can be in so many different ways. It doesn't have to be the typical painter, drawer, writer, dancer. It could be a simple thing as maybe having your own YouTube channel and creating in that fashion. It could be arts and crafts. It could be you are creative when you set aside your analytical side and you move towards something, knitting. You have this deep desire to express that more. In your next chapter of life, this is what you are going to be doing. You are going to be utilizing and birthing a new profound creativity. You're going to create something new within your next chapter in your life. When I say chapter in life, I would like to say, by personal experience, you're looking at about a 10-year span coming up. A 10-year span to complete that cycle, to complete that chapter in your life. And creativity is going to be very definitely something that you are going to be pushing towards, moving towards, feeling more excited about, new ideas coming into your life, in all aspects of your life, actually. You can take something as simple as the creativity of finances and turn that into, something as materialistic as finances and turn that into something creative by having a spreadsheet. That's creativity right there. So you're going to be pushing yourself in this next chapter of your life to be a little bit more organized, to be way more creative, to go after those ideas that you have of your creativity, because that is where lies your passion, your happiness. You're going to be going back to school of some sort, whether it is going back directly to school or whether it is taking courses. And I'm getting a lot of a spiritual connection here with you. You may go back to work to just expand on your career and improve on yourself, improve on the skills that you have. You may go back to school to get either your bachelor's, your master's, or a doctorate in some area. And this is all in your path so that you can continue to grow. You will have a lot of professional growth within your life as well. In this next chapter coming in, you're going to be doing quite well financially. You may not be a millionaire, but you will, and you may be a millionaire, I don't know, but there will be a slow, steady increase in your finances. Where you are today is not where you will be in 10 years. And it won't be in the negative, it'll be going positive towards you. It says your financial situation currently is fairly secure, and career success is bringing you material rewards and a sense of safety for your future. So it was not in reverse, this card, at all. So it is very positive for you financially moving on into your future. And you are going to have some decisions that you're going to have to make, some important decisions about where to go in your career, your choices. You're going to have more than one choice, more than one area that really makes you feel happy. More than one, and that's going to be making it difficult for you. You're going to have maybe the more stable financial aspect of your life, your career that brings in the paycheck, and then you're going to have the passion, the creativity, the creative side of you. That is where your heart lies, but may not be providing you with the same financial security at the moment or down the road. You're going to have to make that choice. My gut feeling here my advice to you would be to do a little bit of both, or actually to stay with the one that is more secure and dabble in the other one. You're going to be extremely busy. You're not going to be able to slow down as you may want to over here with the changing card, but you're going to be able to make the move in a wise way, where once that creative part of you has taken off or is improving, then you can make your decision about letting go of the other one. Or perhaps you may continue to keep the other one until you retire, until your old age, as long as you can juggle both sides. And let's move on to home next. Your home is going to be very, very important for you. You love your home. You love what your home can bring to you. Your peace, the security that you have. You will possibly be looking into buying a home for yourself. That may be one of the goals that you have. And I do see it right here. I also see you being very, very happy within your home, having that security, that love. You will always have a roof over your head. You will always have a place to, as they used to say, to hang your hat in. Very nice. Then we go into career and finances, and it says a area of caution for you is to be very careful in impulsive spending. Impulsive spending and getting emotionally attached to objects. Set yourself a budget, a spending freely budget every month, and try not to go past that budget. Also, for your career, the area of passion, the area for you to move in may be counselor, being a guide of some sort. With the Buddha card, I'm seeing spiritual work. Maybe you're looking into being a healer. Being a healer or a spiritual advisor, that's also a type of counseling work. Somebody who does a lot of shadow work could be an area that you may decide to go into. But whatever it is right here, all of it is very important to you as your key information. And the key information to you, my friends, are to always live in appreciation for what you have. Keep the faith, and you may be an Aries as well. Aries are very strong-willed fire sign. You may be also a fire sign. But with the Aries card, even if you are not an Aries, live your life as you would an Aries, with courage, with instinct, and taking action. This is a card of taking action in your life. This upcoming chapter of yours will be very beautiful as long as you decide to take the step, move forward, and achieve it. Very beautiful. Love what's coming up for you. Let's clear this, and now let's take a look at your tarot cards to get a little bit more detail about the next chapter in your life. All right. For group number 1, angel, for group number 1, Archangel, Raphael here, Archangel, Michael, Archangel-Gabriel. Please provide me some detailed information, as much as you can, regarding the next chapter in their life. Thank you. Starting off with the Six of Wands, beautiful card. Thank you. That one just flew out. This one, patience. That may be an area that you have to work on. Perhaps you are not. Look at all these beautiful cards. Perhaps you are not. Oh my gosh. I can't even finish the sentence. These are so beautiful. You have the Six of Wands, success in your next chapter in your life, finding the balance, a wishing upon a star, a wish granted, having hope, and then another success card. 2 success cards here. You're going to be fantastic in the next 10 years, this next chapter in your life. It's not going to be immediate, which is why the patience card has popped up. It is telling you to go slowly, my friend, and you will get there. Whatever your goal is for your future, my friend, take it slowly. Find the balance, as I was saying earlier. Perhaps you may have to have both that job that provides you with the cushion, provides you with that paycheck, provides you with the ability to be able to do your passion, the love of your life, which is your creativity, that second aspect of your life, which will be so very important to you. So you have a ton of hope, a ton of faith that you are looking towards for your next chapter in your life. Absolutely beautiful. Everything is positive here. I don't have anything whatsoever negative to say. Whatever you are going to set out for, you're going to achieve. And it's not going to be like easy either. You're going to have to put a lot of work into it. And you're going to have that patience as well. But look at the victory cards. 2 victory cards here. Beautiful, beautiful. The Chariot also tells me, with the Chariot card, that you may be a Cancer sign. We have the Temperance card, which is a Sagittarius card, and we have the Star card, which is Aquarius. So we have 3 major arcanas here. Great stuff happening for you in your next chapter in your life. So, so beautiful. Couldn't be any better than that. Let's put these over here and let's finish up with some additional advice cards for you. Let's see. What aspects in your life may you need to surrender in? What aspects in life will they need to surrender in, angels? Just so their chapter in their life flows easily, their life path that's coming up goes easier. What advice do you have? What areas may they have to surrender to? Thank you, angels. I think this one did not want to go in, and you have surrender to your soul's path. Once you are aware of what your soul's path is, and I think you pretty much are aware of it, let it go. Accept it. Accept that journey in life and know that it's not going to be all, beautiful roses and butterflies. It's going to be tough. It says your life's journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson and every moment. So accept it. Now that you know what it is, accept it. Whatever you are feeling that it may be, let it go. Open your arms to it and embrace it. And just know that it won't be super easy, but it's going to be beautiful based on the rest of the information here. Let's see, what other pieces of advice do you have, angels? For this very beautiful reading, we have 2. We have the cardinal, my favorite bird, and we have vision with the eagle. So you're going on an adventure with the cardinal. It says you need to live up to your fullest potential, explore your new direction, and take risks in order to grow as an individual. So change may be uncomfortable, but it is necessary. Very nice. And then you have a vision, a beautiful vision of your next chapter in your life. And it says it is time to look inward within an attentive eye. Allow your heart to guide you, and opportunities you never dreamed of which could be possible will present themselves to you when you least expect it. Get ready for greatness. I agree. There is going to be greatness in your life. Beautiful. And let's finish up with these cards right here. What further advice do we have here? What little fortunes for them do you have, angels? Oh my goodness, that's a lot, but we'll take it. Adapt yourself. Share in your life the beautiful positives that come your way, and prepare to make some changes. Adapt. You will get yourself where you want to be as long as you adapt. Share. The busy bee should still make time for each flower. Aw, that is saying, regardless of all this greatness that's coming your way, make sure that you take the time for those who matter the most in your life. Your love, your family, your friends. Share this greatness with them as well to complete you as a whole person. And then change. As with the falling leaves, embrace change. Beautiful, beautiful. Group number 1, this was your reading, and what a reading it is. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm so happy for you. I hope you enjoyed this. If this resonated at all with you, please share, like, comment. I would love to hear from you. And as always, I finish up my readings by saying that there's no definitive answers in tarot, only options, possibilities, and hope that you can draw from, my friends, and then you make it work. You are in the driver's seat, so choose wisely. Yay! Love and light to you. I was Lucy B. See you next time. Bye-bye for now. Hello, group number 2. Thank you for coming back to your reading. And we have 3 archangels here. We have Archangel Raphael for your healing. We have Archangel Gabriel for communication. And we have Archangel Michael for protection in your next chapter of your life. Let's put this over here. This is the doorway, the beautiful doorway for you. I'm getting a lot of traditional values. The number is number 42. The number 42 breaks down to the number 6 in numerology, which is finding peace and harmony within your life. Getting to a point in your life where you want more harmony and less stress within your life. I'm seeing and feeling a lot of traditional values in this card right here. I'm getting the sense of the Hierophant, which is a teacher or wanting to learn more in your future, becoming more spiritual, getting the possibility of some European type of ancestry as well in this card. English, Irish, Scottish. Let's see what the message says. Inner power is the direct message for you. By your own command, you brought yourself here. At this moment in life, you have nothing to fear. I love that. I'm getting a very strong individual just alone from that message. I'm getting somebody who has struggled and has worked very hard to get to this point in their life where they are. A go-getter. Someone who has fought tooth and nail through their entire life to get to this point, both physically and mentally. You've had some physical challenges along the way, but you are here and you are standing strong and you are open to learning more information about what your next chapter in your life will be. This will be a mega reading. We have lots of cards to look at and to get information for you. So let's proceed and see what the information that the angels have in store for you, my dear. Pile number 2. All right. Let's start with the oracle cards first. Angels present here for group number 2. Provide me with the information that they need to have right now. Their next chapter in life, we have divine love. Beautiful. I'm not going to go into what I'm seeing just yet. I want to keep going with the cards first. Although I'm already getting something. Thank you so much for being here. Number 2 group. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please, if you like this content, if you like this idea, I try and mix things up, change things up, try and make things a little bit more original than what's out there at the present time. And it doesn't matter to me whether it's a popular reading or not. I do this for creativity and expressing my creativity. And so, I hope you enjoy it. Please like, share, and subscribe right now if you can, if you like the idea of this content. We have headache. We have some, I did mention some difficulties with your health. We have headache with poor health and disease, illness, etc., etc. We'll go into that in just a second. That was the first thing that popped into my mind when I started this reading. Some big difficulties in your past, getting over those, but you have triumphed over it. Let's take a look at this one right here. Next. What else information do we have here, please? Imagination with the green fairy. Explore the mysteries, allure of creativity, embrace your inner uniqueness. Very nice. Keep going. Let's look at career and money for your upcoming chapter in your next life. Let's see. Where does that take us? Actually, I'm being told to use this deck right after this one. Let's do that. Let's switch over to these decks right here. Right off the bat, we got happiness, an overall state of complete being. Very nice. And now let's take a look at the career and money oracle cards. Frame, steady income. Very nice. All right. And what else do we have? I think we have one more. No, actually, we have two more. Sorry. These cards don't want to stay in place. It's driving me nuts. I picked this particular tray because it represents a path with the road, but it is a little rocky here for laying out the cards. Right here. Sacrifice. All right. All right, now let's look at the keywords. Some keywords. Keywords, please. Keyword gold. Keyword grief. Okay. Keyword abundance. Very nice. Okay. This is what I have. This is what I got right from the beginning, even before anything started here, before I started even pulling the cards. There is at least one person in here who has had one hell of a time with their physical health. And they have gone through some pretty significant strifes in the process of getting well. But you did get well, and you are on your way in your next chapter in life of getting better. We have the headache with poor health. It says poor health, disease, illness, unpleasant crisis, emergency, needing self-care, root cause, annoying, disagreeable, something's off, pain, underlying conditions. So there's a lot from your past that you have had to endure. With this poor little puppy here lying on the bed with his little ice pack on his head. So sweet. That is you. You have gone through a time there where you were quite often very difficult for you to even go to work and to do the things in your life, but your next chapter in life. And when I say next chapter, for me in particularly, for me personally, we are talking about a 10-year span. Lots can happen in 10 years, but this is where your next chapter in life is going to be going. You are going to be focusing now with a better renewed vitality of your life in getting yourself better. Now that you are either better or on your way to getting better, that will be one of your main focus, because you want to live, you want to be happy, you want to experience so much more in your life. You're not ready to go. You're not ready to be in bed and rest. You want to go. You want action. And so you are looking into this, into your life for sure. There is some divine love coming into your life. There is something coming from there to here, from in the background, in the future, moving on into your life. But not until you achieve this level of peacefulness, as this lady right here is just very comfortably lying down, doesn't have a care in the world, and is just waiting for the good to come in her life, because she's very self-assured and she knows that it's on her way. She's feeding the birds, she's enjoying nature, she's enjoying the sun. That is the energy of where you need to get to, so that good things continue to come to you in your next chapter of your life. You have the 3 + 1, which equals 4. And the number 4 has to do with foundations and stability and being dependable and trustworthiness, just all the beautiful foundations of a happy, stable life. That is the peace that you have to experience in your next chapter of life, or at least that you should strive towards in your next chapter of your life, to bring in more abundance and more happiness within your life and love in your life. Do never forget the power of imagination. the power of using your imagination to be able to draw on new future plans for your life, new decisions, new ideas, new mysteries coming into your life in in the future. Embracing the creative aspect of your life, and accepting yourself for who you are with the Queen Fairy's message. And you may be very attracted to the color green. That may be your favorite color as well. But what I'm saying here is also part of your next chapter in your life is to learn to accept yourself, to embrace who you are, even if you are different or unique. It doesn't matter. You are who you are, and you get to accept yourself in your next chapter of your life and forget about anybody else in your life who's bringing you down or has brought you down in your past, of making you move into or allowing you to move into where you are supposed to be in your next chapter of your life. You're going to be exploding with happiness down the road. And you're also going to experience this happiness when you change the way of what you perceive your future life should be, or what your life should currently be. Acceptance of what you consider happiness to be. And along the way, gratitude is what allows a person to be able to get to a better state of mind, to be able to understand what they have in their life is quite a bit more than what others have. And that is what allows you to have happiness as your overall state of complete being. Each person can find what they consider to be their soft spot, their happiness, their sweet spot, in other words, of what they consider to be happy. And for me, in my opinion, in my own personal advice to you, is appreciate, learn the beautiful art of appreciation and being grateful for all that you have in your life right now. Throughout your next chapter of life, you are going to be having to make some sacrifices in your life. And that says particularly here in love, putting aside your own needs to support the growth of your relationship. So if you are in a relationship, that is an advice that is being given to you. In relationships, there is the give and there is the take, the give and the take. There is no relationship that is perfect. And you are being asked, if you can, to sacrifice just a little bit. Don't change who you are. You're here to be able to improve on yourself and be who you are supposed to be. Be your own person, as it says here. Be your own unique self. That doesn't mean that you have to sacrifice yourself for that. But in love, in any kind of love relationship, in any kind of partnership, there will be a little bit of give and take. As long as it is equally balanced and equally reciprocated, it is fine and it is healthy. Finances and love. What came up for that? We have steady income coming in, so you are always going to have your money coming in. You don't have to worry about that. Put some emphasis on being better organized. For career-wise, you may be switching over to anything that has to do with art, design, something that may be home-oriented, so maybe an interior decorator, or you may even have an idea of something in the future to do for yourself where you will be more self-employed. That could be in self-employed, could be in any kind of business that you venture into. It could be anything. So that is where your next chapter of life is going to be taking you as far as career goes. You will always have enough money in your life to do the things that you want, at least for the next chapter of your life, which is the next 10 years. And we have the key words of going after, setting some goals and going after them. There is a grief card here. The grief card may be along the way having to lose something to get something in your next chapter of your life. You may have experienced already grief with the loss of someone very dear to you in your life that it is still impacting you quite a bit and will continue to impact you in the next chapter of your life, as grief is something that is not the same for everybody. It could take years for some, it could take months for others to move out of the grief and into a more positive energy. But you do have the abundance card. Once you are able to fulfill the goals that you have and move out of the energy of grief, having given it as much time as you need, that's going to open you up to receive more. You will always be somebody who has enough and more. Beautiful reading for you. And we haven't even gotten into the tarot deck. So let's get into the tarot next and see what information, additional information, the angels have for you. All right, group number 2. I hope you are still here with me. I'm hoping that you are enjoying this. I really hope that you are enjoying this as much as I am in doing the reading for you. Let's see what the tarot cards now have to offer for you. We have 2 cards that popped out. We have the 3 of Pentacles, we have the 10 of Pentacles. So money, 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 money. A lot of working towards having money and financial stability. There's your 6 of Cups card now. A longing for the past. You may be stuck, some of you, in your past of somebody very dear to you in your past that may be coming into your future, into your next chapter in life. You did have love come up as one of the potential cards for you in your next chapter of life. It may be somebody that you knew, or it may be that you are still very heartbroken about a love relationship, a romantic relationship of the past as well. We have the Ace of Swords is the Ace of Michael. Hello, Michael. Michael is here. Double confirmation that Michael is here, giving you the protection that you need in your future. You are going to have some big, bright ideas and big future goals for yourself. Beautiful life coming ahead for you. You're going to work very hard at it too. It's not going to just come easy for you. And I see that it's going to be with community, with the partnership of somebody else, not just of yourself, even though the idea of the card of being self-employed came out. I don't feel that it'll be just you alone. You may have a partner of some sort working in a community or maybe serving community in that next goal that you have, serving the community in a certain way. And it's going to be very successful. For even having the grief, the sadness that you still have within your life and having come so far in your life, you really are going to end up having in the next 10 years it all with the 10 of Pentacles. There may be some inheritance coming your way. You may also be looking at the future for retirement, putting your pennies away. You will have enough in the next 10 years of your life to move into another and final chapter within your life with great opportunities along the way. Very nice. My goodness, this is a lovely reading. Let's see now what advice cards, or actually, no, let's take a look at the surrender cards. These are the areas that you have to surrender to. The advice that is being given to you in surrendering in your next chapter so that things can go more smoothly in your life path. That is too many. I can't do a reading on 10 cards. Please give me 1 or 2. Here's 1. Surrender to your soul's path. That's interesting. That one came out on the other one. Makes sense, though. And surrender to rest and sleep. Know that your path ahead is being taken care of. Know that physical limitations that you had, the mental stress that you had, is the thing in the past. Is a thing in the past. You are being protected by Archangel Raphael, who is the Archangel of healing. Pray to Archangel Raphael when any of that physical signs come back, or even mental health signs come back again to haunt you. Pray to Archangel Raphael to protect you. As long as you surrender to it when it comes knocking at your door, when those opportunities do come up. Taking them, surrendering to them, and taking the leap of faith. It says, with the surrender to your soul's path, your life's journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson along the way. Very nice. I did have one more card that came out. We have over here, surrender to rest and sleep to prevent burnout, slow down, honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit. So you're going to have all these opportunities, all these beautiful things heading your way in your next chapter of your life, but also remember to take care of yourself and to slow it down and take some time for yourself to rest and sleep, because you do not want the past physical or mental health issues to come back and haunt you again. And then we have as the last card over here, surrender to denial. Accept people and situations exactly as they are without denying the difficulties. Then you can see things clearly and make the best decisions. So this message right here is to you. You may have things pretty set within your own life, but we don't live in a cave. We have friends and family that take a lot of our energy away sometimes. And the more you fight how they are because they are different from you, the worse it'll get for you. People are going to be how they're going to be, and you can't change them. They have their own path that they have to live. And when you start accepting people for who they are, as long as they don't impact your life, then let them be. Let them be who they're going to be so that they can follow their own path, make their own mistakes, and surrender to their own mistakes. All right, let's take a look at some additional advice cards for you, group number 2, before we end the reading. I hope this resonated well with you. I sure hope that it did. I would love for you to like and subscribe. I think I already said it, but why the heck not? Let me say it one more time. And we have cat as being more independent. Be more independent in your life. And then we have the last two that came out, raccoon, of letting go of something, and cleverness, proceeding in your future with more cleverness. Not so impulsive, not so emotional, but a little bit more clever. Also, the horse card wanted to come out, so be it. Okay, allow yourself to experience more freedom within your life and don't tie yourself down to so much. So with the cat, it says, being independent, you are being encouraged to develop a balance between being Miss Independent or Mr. Independent and the time of togetherness. This also indicates that you would greatly benefit from a profound journey of your own self-discovery and learn to enjoy time spent with yourself. We have the raccoon, letting go. I'm thinking letting go of that grief. This message has to do with those things to which you still cling on to. Be it a thought form, a habit, a creed, or a situation, the time has come for you to let it go. Something is halting your progress because you haven't let that go. And you are spinning your wheels. Once you embrace change, blessings will follow. Beautiful message. I really think this has to do with the grief card coming out, letting me know that there may be parts of your life, of how you are reacting to right now, that is keeping you from moving forward because you're still holding on to that grief. It could be grief in love. It could be grief in somebody passing. It could be grief in a situation that didn't go your way. Whatever it is, let it go and use your cleverness with less emotion, as the rabbit card here shows. It says, if you have been going through difficult times, it is time to think outside of the box to find the solution. This is also a reminder to avoid neglecting your creative side. As I had stated earlier, your next chapter of your life, you're going to be called to use some of that creativity. If you have let creative projects lapse, it may be time to pick them up again in your next chapter of your life. The horse and freedom. You must break out of any limitations that you are holding yourself back, whether they are self-imposed or put on you by other people or society. Break free and run faster towards your dreams. Very nice. So sweet. I'm loving your reading. Group number 2. These are the final advice cards for you. Learn to play. Remember to play. All worky and no play makes Jack a dull boy. I think that's what it was in the movie The Shining. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Something like that. That is your message. And last and final message is retreat. Never underestimate the healing power of a quiet moment. As part of your healing, whether it be emotional, spiritual, or physical, is taking the time to retreat and take care of you and let everything around you fall apart if it has to. But you come first. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this reading. This is how I always end my readings, by saying there's no definitive answers in tarot, only options, possibilities, and hope that you can draw from, and then you make it work. You are in the driver's seat, my friend, so choose wisely. Love and light to you. I'm so happy that you came here. My name was Lucy B. Bye-bye for now. See you next time. Hello, group number 3. This is your reading. Let's get to it. This is the doorway to your next chapter. Beautiful colors of blue here, which is the color of Archangel Michael. Blues may be a color for you that you are particularly drawn to. Archangel Michael may be one of your favorite archangels to pray to ask for assistance, especially when you need protection within your life. I'm seeing with these metal doors right here, reach this point in your life with quite a few doors having been closed to you. Big doors. Doors that have been slammed in your face. But that has not really shut you out. You have continued with your journey. You have continued throughout major doors being closed in your face. You have continued to push forward. These doors are heavy to me, indicating the past has had some pretty big moments in your life that have caused you to experience some great pain, great difficulties and strife, the carrying of big burdens from your past to get to this point. Let's see what the message is deeper. You are not finished. You are not yet done. Dig deeper and deeper. Let me move this closer. Dig deeper and deeper. The best is to come. Hold on. Hold on. I love that. As I was saying with the card, that's the heaviness that I got of you, the energy that I got from you, having gone through some significant strifes in your past, deep, difficult moments in your past to get to this point. Let's see what your message is going to be from the archangels. We have 3 archangels here today: Archangel-Gabriel, Michael, and Raphael, each with their own unique jobs in supporting us along the way. Let's start with the oracle cards first. see what messages we have for you. Thank you so much for being here. I am so happy that you're here checking on your particular reading. If you wouldn't mind, and if you enjoy this content, please subscribe, comment, give me a thumbs up if possible. I would really appreciate this. My goal here is to use my own creativity and to send the messages of the archangels out to those who believe and to those who will accept it. We got the home card. That came out earlier as well. Interesting. Home is very, very, very important to you. Your sanctuary. You will always have a place to stay. You will always have a roof over your head. You also have follow the leader. I will go into further explanation of this as the reading goes on. Let's leave it here for now. Angels, what messages do you have for group number 3 in the next chapter of their life? What areas should they be looking into? What advice do you have for them? We have 2. We have a 50-50 card. At this time, things could go either way. So if you're thinking about something, a question of moving on, what you should change in your next chapter of your life at the present, and you have questions. At the present time, it can go 50-50. You have convertible, many options for you to move into in your life with some free will, choices, being more adaptable into the next chapter of your life. Let's keep going. Well, this one came out right away. I'd like to get one more, but empathy came out right away. You're a very emotional and loving person is what I'm feeling from you. We have boundaries, but you're going to have to set up some boundaries lest people take advantage of you. That's right. That's what happens sometimes. All right. Let's see these right here. I just am loving being here with you at the moment. Such a beautiful day outside, depending on where you live. I thought, hey, this idea came into my mind. Let's do one today. We have gift with giving, receiving, sudden windfall, and generosity. This is the reading for the career and money part. Very nice, very interesting. And now let's look at some keywords. Keywords. Keywords, please, for this group. Thank you. Okay, we have Leo, we have appreciate, and we have Aries. All right, you may be a Leo, you may be an Aries. Oh, and this one wanted to come out too. So, service. You are someone who has provided service in your life, a service type of career in your life. And now looking into what do you do in the next chapter of your life. All right, so let's start off with this card right here, the home card. Okay, as I was mentioning, you are somebody who is at times a homebody. You may be all the time a homebody. But additionally, even if you are somebody who likes to go out and vacation and travel, you need your home. You need that foundation. That is where you find your peace, your rejuvenation, your sanctuary. You may be somebody also who's quite a bit of a leader, has been a leader in your field. Maybe you have owned a business. Maybe you own a business. Maybe you are a manager or you have been a boss at some time in your life, and you are someone who's very dependable and someone that other people can count on. You're also someone who is very fair-minded, and that is why you have been okay in your leadership roles and people have appreciated you so much. You may, in your next chapter of life, be looking into going into some sort of leadership as well. In as this is the 60 plus age group, some of you may be retired or thinking about retirement, but what I'm getting from this card, at least some of you are not ready to retire and you still are looking into continuing either in a change in your career, a new way of being within your career, a change within the position of the job that you are doing as well. You may be going into some kind of leadership role as well. The number 40, if I could ever pull it out, the number 40, which is really the number 4. Once again, 4s are about stability and foundations and needing that foundation. You're a very stable person. You're a very dependable person. But the card says follow the leader. Once again, the mention of being a leader. You may be going into something where you are, as I mentioned over here, the leader. And you will have people who are following you. There is also a clock up here, giving you the meaning that the clock is ticking here for you to make a decision of some sort. Maybe it is to jump into another position or jump into being your own boss, being self-employed yourself. And these little animals here following you. I don't feel like you're being told to follow others. I'm thinking this is saying for others will be following you. You're thinking about making a change and you're all in your mind with a lot of ideas as to whether you should go for this or not. And at this present time, you're being told that at this time, things can go either way. You don't have a clear answer as to, yes, go for it. But within the reading of your next chapter, in my personal opinion, the next chapter can be up to 10 years. So you will have plenty of time to weigh your options before making a decision of any sort. You have the 7 card here, which is the Gemini card. So we may have a Gemini here as well. And you are looking into your next chapter in your life, as I said, with having other choices, other ideas coming up, changes of things, being more flexible within your life. Also, I have some people here. The energy that I'm feeling is that you are moving into the sunset of your life, of slowing things down, becoming more free, not being so tied down by your job, or being able to retire. Moving into that spirit of wanting to be free, going with the wind, looking at alternatives, maybe looking at hobbies for your next 10 years, in your next chapter of life, looking at preferences. What are your preferences? Where you may want to live? What changes in your environment are you seeking out? You are a very empathetic person. And with empathy, if you are not careful, comes those that are around you trying to pick up on that kindness and take advantage of it. So be careful with that. It says you deeply empathize in your relationships, understanding others' feelings, which strengthens your bond and fosters harmony. And as long as you are giving to others, they're happy. Once you start setting boundaries, which is the next card that came up, all of a sudden you have some enemies. But that's okay because it's not about them, it's about you and your next chapter in your life. Boundaries. You have set clear boundaries now in your relationship. I'm glad to hear that. Protecting your emotional space and fostering healthy interactions. That's the way it should be. Give is not always good. You have to be able to receive because you need to receive love and support. The same love and support that you give out, you need to be able to receive it. Now, I like this particular card here when it comes to your finances or career, work related. We have gift. There may be some kind of windfall coming. As this is the age group where there may be some retirement, this could be investments that you have made within your life that is going to pan out to be pretty good for you. You're also someone who is very generous, and you will be in a financial situation where you'll be able to help others. Your adult children, if you have them, your grandchildren, if you have them, or your own darn self, gifting yourself whatever you need because you've worked hard for it and you deserve it. For career, it has good financial support, and a work surprise may be coming up. Also, some of you may be looking into vacationing, retiring, or traveling in your next 10 years. The main key words that came out are Leo, Aries, being of service, and being appreciative. You may not be a Leo, you may not be an Aries, but you may carry those energies. You may be a fire sign in general, since two of the signs that came out here are fire signs. But with the Aries, you are being advised to be courageous, as the sign is, to take action, and to use your gut intuition, your instinct, to be able to make decisions in your upcoming life. Look into, with Leo, experiencing the creativity side of you, the creative side of you, your passion. And you also may be someone who is very, very loyal. And with the service, I'm saying that in your next 10 years, you will be doing something that is going to be a big service to those around you. Beautiful, beautiful support to those around you in the level of service. It could be looking into you may be a teacher providing service that way. You may be a healthcare provider. You may be in law enforcement of some sort. But it looks like in your past, or moving on into your next chapter, you may be looking at some kind of civil service type of work as well. You have done a lot of this also in your life. You may be volunteering in your next 10 years and being of service that way in foundations, churches, charity work, and the most important message to you, appreciation. In order to be able to achieve these beautiful things that are coming into your life, number one, be grateful for what you have, appreciative for what you have. It is okay to long for other things, but be happy and satisfied with what you have, what you are receiving, what you are being given. This will raise your vibration and allow other things to come into your life. Very beautiful reading, group number 3. Moving right along now to the tarot card reading section to let us know what are the details within your next chapter. Angels, what will be some additional information you can provide to them for their next chapter in their life? All right. We have 1, 2, and 3 that came out. I would really like to get one more, maybe even more if necessary. Let's see. We have the 4 of Swords, rest. We have the 8 of Swords, some anxiety going on here, and then we have a rebirth going on. Very nice. And we got, because I asked for more, Queen of Wands, 5 of Wands, and Knight of Swords. What do we have going on in the next chapter of your life? Well, directly over here, we have judgment, a rebirth, new beginnings, divinely guided, letting go of the life that you had before, moving on to newer things, forgiving yourself for decisions that you may have made in your past that no longer serve you. Once you get to that energy. When you learn to accept yourself for the faults, for your own faults, for the things that in the past you may have done, the future will open up to you rather quickly with the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords comes in at a very fast pace. Once you let go of that energy, the things within your life will be coming in rather quickly. And I had two more cards that came out, the Chariot for the future and the High Priestess. Beautiful cards to have for your next chapter in your life. But let's look at starting over here with the Four of Swords. This is the past energy. This is an energy of being really tired, of overcoming so many obstacles, which is what I was saying from the very beginning. You have had a lot of doors in your past that have closed. You have had a lot of sad moments in your life. You have had a lot of stress type of moments in your life. And let's not say that everybody, well, of course, everybody has stress in their life. Yes, but there's stress and then there's stress. And your stress, the situations in your life, in your past, have been pretty significant. But you carry the Queen of Wands energy. The Queen of Wands is you. I had mentioned in the previous reading that you were possibly a fire sign or an Aries sign. You carried that energy, that very, very strong energy of a very strong, fiery type of person. And now we're getting you again with the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is this fiery type of personality, very passionate, knows what she wants and goes after it, very strong, is able to deal with the difficulties that she has experienced in her life and still end up on her feet like a cat with 9 lives. That's what I just got in my head right now. Like a cat with 9 lives, you keep coming back. You keep landing on your feet. And here's the 8 of Swords. Having been through so much in your life has left you with some anxiety issues. Also, you are a type of person that thinks a lot, is always in your head. You may be a little bit on the worrisome type, which goes again with that fiery energy. Here's the strife in your life, the past difficulties, the conquests that you have had, the obstacles that you have had to endure and fight. You've had to fight people along the way to protect yourself, to get you through this life, this time in your life. And because you have never let go, you have never stopped trying, you are being rewarded with what the future is about to bring to you in this next chapter of your life. But you also have had to be someone that requires some time for yourself to relax. That is part of the message here, is it's okay to be fiery, and it's okay to be strong, and it's okay to be passionate, and it's okay to be someone who fights for others around you and has always been the rock in your relationship, the rock in your life with your family. But you have to relax. You have to take some time for yourself and rest as well. And that is where you're heading towards with the future card here, is success of all these obstacles, all this difficulty that you have had in your life. Your future holds. Your next chapter of life is moving into a very successful time after having gone through some pretty difficult times in your life, some hard challenges within your life. Nothing has come easy for you, my dear Pile 3. Everything has been work, 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 fight, 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 tooth and nail to get yourself to where you are right now. And that is why you will be rewarded with the beautiful successes in your life. You have been someone also who has focused very much on your spirituality, and you have a gut feeling and intuition about certain things, and into your future, into your next chapter in your life. Continue to utilize that gut feeling of things that are not right. If it doesn't smell right, it's rotten. Keep using that hindsight to help you in your next chapter of your life, to help you continue on your path and move forward. This is a beautiful, beautiful reading, giving you more advice about your next chapter in your life, acknowledging what you have been through by your angels and letting you know that better things are coming. That is gone. You are moving now into your future. Since this was quite a bit of cards that came out, let's clear it all here and go on to the advice now, the advice section of the angel messages for you. In order to have these things come into your life, come into fruition, in order for your next chapter, your next path in life to be easygoing, to go smoothly, what do you need to surrender to? What do they need to surrender to? Surrender to the habit of people pleasing. I think there's somebody here who is very empathetic, but has in the past at least been taken advantage by others. We have this one here, surrender to the wonder and awe of your life so far, how far you have come, my dear group number 3. And the last message, surrender to setting limits, a double confirmation here. I believe in the last one we were talking about setting boundaries. Here's a double confirmation to you about setting boundaries. So, with surrender the habit of people pleasing, it says, speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. Very nice. The second card, surrender to wonder and awe. Open to the magic of every moment and the sense of awe and wonder in all of your life. As I was saying, the wonder of how far you have come in your life. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. And last one is the setting boundaries card again. Surrender to setting limits. It is healthy to set boundaries in relationship. Practice expressing your needs and remember that no is a complete sentence. Very nice. Double confirmation that you need work on in the next chapter of your life, setting more boundaries. And it is okay to say no. It is okay to say no. And last but not least, we have 3 cards that came out. We have beauty, as you are a rare beauty. Dare to be tender and strongly vulnerable. We have dream with have a cup of tea in the garden and find yourself in a good book. That's nice, especially those that are retiring. And dare, take a risk and fly for those who want to continue to work and want to continue to do something else in their life, such as volunteering, becoming a leader of some sort. Let's see what other information we have here. We have love is in the air. And then we have coyote and hippopotamus. What messages do they have? So love with the swans that mate for life. In case you didn't know, you have found your soulmate or they are just around the corner. Ooh, nice. Remember that when two souls are destined to be together, they are always find their way back to each other. No matter what, all those things you've had to go through were worth it. Oh, I love this reading for you. Hippopotamus, exploring in the next chapter of your life. If you have become bored with your life, you have the creative power to stir things up and revitalize everything. You can do this by starting new projects, setting new goals, and making spiritual connections. And lastly, don't forget to play. All work and no play is not good. This is a reminder to not take things too seriously in life and bring more balance between wisdom and playfulness. You might need to lighten up about a matter that has been on your mind for a while. Okay, group number 3. This was your reading. I sure hope you liked it. I sure hope you're still here with me. If you are, I always finish my readings by saying there's no definitive answers in tarot, only options, possibilities, and hope that you can draw from. And then you make it work. You are in the driver's seat. So choose wisely, my friend. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe, all that fun stuff. I sure hope you liked your reading. I sure did. I loved your reading. So, till next time, my name was Lucy B. Love and light to you always, always, always. Bye bye for now.